welcome to our weekend release. This is our bonus podcast episode where we see how much extra content we can squeeze into your week, random things that have been sent in, extra bits from our week, and how our advice went down with you, our wonderful G&Divas.
You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yes, all good, thank you. We've been on our travels, haven't we?
We have. We've been jet-setting, haven't we?
Yes, you've been to Orlando.
Orlando, yeah, Florida.
And where have I been?
Well,
two places.
Singapore.
Yes.
And
The other
Nepal.
one is Nepal. No, Langkawi in Malaysia.
Langkawi?
Yes,
Oh,
little island.
Oh, I thought that was in Wales.
It's like the Isle of Man equivalent of Malaysia.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not. If it was, I'd move to the Isle of Man.
Shall we give everyone an update in Tuesday's episode of our
Yes,
show?
I've
Because
got
I've so much to tell you.
I've got a lot to ask you.
Have you?
Yes.
What about?
Well, obviously I couldn't watch it whilst I was away, but I watched your performance.
Oh, okay.
Let's call it that.
Right.
Should we ever tour again, we could maybe put in a song and dance number now.
Let's talk about it on Tuesday's episode.
Okay.
I've got so much to tell you.
Fine. Okay, good. Same. We've got some more responses, or more entries, should we say, for Jordan's Northern Dictionary.
Oh, is this a thing now?
Yes, this is now a thing.
Can I just say, it feels so weird. Sorry to interrupt. Well, our headphones aren't working, and I don't feel like I'm podcasting.
You don't...
I don't feel like I'm radioing.
What are you saying, producer?
Try again.
Are you saying try now?
Try again.
Hello? No.
Chill out. Has Nikki Campbell been in here again? Every time Nikki Campbell records in this studio as well. Hi, Nikki. Every time he's in, we can...
Yeah, he listens.
There's always something...
I can only hear in one ear, and this must be what it's like for you, Jordan.
This was like when at Rock FM, I'd be in the studio after Howell and Jamie. Now, I have very good studio etiquette. You should always leave a radio studio tidy.
Okay.
Them two used to... Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. We'll do we out. We're already late because William was 25 minutes late today.
Excuse me, not out of choice or by design.
Nobody's ever late by choice.
Really?
Nobody's ever late by choice. Ben, I mean this with the utmost respect, but it's fine.
Oh, yes, there we go.
Oh, are we on?
Yes.
Are we on?
I'm suddenly in duel.
Hello? Oh, wait there. It's just done a check. Oh, I can hear myself.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Ben. You get yourself off now. Thanks for that. You keep this week. Why were you late?
I was late because the Elizabeth line went down at the same time as the Central line and quite a lot of other things, and I was dropped off at Acton Main Line, and so were about 5,000 other people.
For those of you that have never been to London or commuted in London, when one line has got delayed, it is a nightmare, isn't it?
And when two have been delayed at the same time.
And then everyone's like trying to get, it's a bit stressful. Anyway, Jordan's Northern Dictionary,
Yes.
what have we got?
So this is an entry from Steve, nout. So would you like to tell us the definition, Jordan, of nout?
Nout means nothing, similar to out from last week, which means anything. So there's nout wrong with me, or is there out wrong with you?
So
Nout.
out and nout are sort of adjacent words, or...
Yeah. No, they're different. So you'd say, I'm going to shop, do you want out and out?
Say it again, but slowly.
I'm going to shop.
I'm going to the shop.
Do you want out and out?
Do you want out and out?
Do you want anything and nothing?
Is it just me?
Out and out.
Out? Oh, out and nout.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought you were saying out and out.
Out or nout. Anyway. Any more?
Right. Yes, Liv has said mithering. What does mithering mean?
Mithering. Now, mithering's like pestering.
Right.
Okay, so annoying someone, or they're like persistently asking someone the same question. So mithering, you might
Have I changed?
You might say moidering. In Burnley.
So hang on, moidering and mithering are the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mithering. So it means bothering or annoying someone. Stop mithering me. But in Burnley, we say oining.
Oining, yes, I've had that. You're oining me.
Right, you're oining me now. Stop oining me.
Gosh.
Oining. Oh, he's always oining me. That's what my mum used to say about Bradley. She'd go,
Just Bradley or you as well?
No, Brad, she's like, he owns me to death, that child. That's what she used to say.
Bless.
He owns me to death.
Charlotte and Georgia have entered GIP.
Oh, that means to heave. Like when you're about to be sick, where you're smacking me gip.
Right,
Yeah.
belch.
You know when you've got something in your mouth that you don't want? And you're like,
No.
Gip. Or jip as well. He's giving me jip.
Jib. Oh, have I pronounced that wrong?
No. Gip's right. And then there's jip. It's like, oh, my back's giving me jip.
So jip is a bit of it's bothering me.
Yeah.
Whereas gip is
He's giving me jip. He's giving me a bit. It's bothering
Right.
me. Or there's someone giving you a bit, taking the mick. They're giving me jip.
okay. David has given us mech.
MECK or MEK.
Okay, and that means?
I think it's just the northern way of pronouncing make.
Oh right, okay. So it's a dialect.
I'm going to make a cake today. Making.
Have you made any cakes recently?
I
Was it just the
haven't,
brownies?
actually,
No,
no.
okay. Someone in the US, I think a lot of Brits will know what this is, but in the US they have no idea, has entered Ready Break.
What? Ready bricks, instant porridge, but smoother. It's smooth porridge oats. It's what you give to kids, but also 33-year-olds that probably should go to therapy have it most mornings as well.
It's absolutely packed full of sugar. You'd love it in America.
It's not packed full of sugar, is it?
Yeah,
Is it?
yeah,
Don't tell me that.
yeah.
No, it's healthy.
No, it's not, darling.
It's only.
If you want to be healthy, just have porridge.
It's just oats.
It's not.
Is it packed full of sugar? No, it's not. Oh, that'll be explain a lot. Oh, okay. Cheers, ruin that now.
Sorry.
Give me a weird flex about having a ready break every morning.
A flex? What is a flex?
Just a weird, hang up.
Oh, right, okay, fine. And finally, from Eleanor, butty.
Butty's just a sandwich.
Right.
Yeah. I remember when I first went down to... I had my first ever meeting at Radio 1.
Oh, right.
And the girl said to me, can we get you a drink or anything? I went, no, you're all right. I've had a butty and a brew on train. And I just remember everyone looking at me like, who is this guy?
And that was how many years ago? 6?
2014 now.
Okay. Whereas now it'd
Nearly
be...
10 years.
Now Jordan go, no, thank you. I've just had my oat flat white and baguette from Pret.
I do like a baguette.
Have I changed?
I wouldn't say that, but I say butty still. But I think butty, some people think butty's just a bread roll, but for me it's a sandwich. Do you want a butty?
Right.
Wendy makes good butties.
Does she? Well, lovely. Let's get on to some other responses. This is from Anonymous. Dear William, Jordan and EPB, last week my husband, who is a policeman, came home from work after a long, gruelling shift to find me cleaning the house whilst listening to the episode, Help, There's Something in the Butter.
Oh, God.
He took one look at my face and asked what was wrong with me. I said I had just heard something really disgusting on the podcast. He replied with, well, if you want to hear something really disgusting, and then detailed the horrific murder scene he had heard about that day. Then I told him the story about the butter. To cut a long story short, congratulations, your podcast is officially more disgusting than a dismembered body. From Anonymous.
Thank you. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Good to know.
I have a friend who coppers see it all, don't they?
I believe so.
And my friend told me she got home once and she'd been on the train. This was in lockdown, and she got back and she started whinging. Like, her husband was he's a copper, sat in...
He was what?
In the armchair, sitting in the armchair. And he looked a bit like... what's the word?
Abraham Lincoln.
No, he looked a bit...
Dismembered?
No, what's the word?
Disgruntled.
No, what's the word? Anyway, he looked a bit...
Distraught.
Looking off in the distance.
Distraught.
It's not this.
Yeah.
It's like he would look. Anyway, she come home and started whinging.
Distracted.
No, let's say that.
Okay.
It's not that. And she come. I've ruined this story now. She come home and she's whinging about there being no buffet cart or anything on the train. And the copper went, we found a dead body today that had been there for 2 weeks. The stomach had swelled up and then it exploded all over him. Yeah.
Sorry if you're eating.
Anyway, next one.
Dear William, Jordan, EPB, Mikey and Diego, I'm a new listener and it was my dog who inadvertently introduced me to your podcast.
Christ.
Okay. We'll take anyone. I was out walking the dog, and while struggling to get her back on the lead, I bellowed her name across the playing field. Her name is Wendy. From a couple of 100 yards behind me, I heard someone shout something which, although I doubted my hearing at first, sounded like something about a potato peeler.
Yes. Yes.
I laughed and thought no more about it until I was walking the dog several days later on the beach. The same problem occurred.
Shut up.
The dog was being a dick, and twice I had to shout for her to come back. Imagine my surprise when I heard a similar response. This time, undoubtedly a reference to a potato peeler. When I shouted the dog for the second time, the response came back louder. Can I borrow your potato peeler? Dumbfounded and back in the car, I Googled, can I borrow your potato peeler? Convinced I was being subjected to some form of public humiliation or viral TikTok trend or joke, and instead found your podcast. Everything was going great and I was in hysterics at your content until I got to the iglooing episode.
God,
I still listen, just not at meal times. Love you both. Kind regards, S.
Oh, welcome along, guys. Welcome along.
And hello to your dog Wendy listening.
Did you hear about Andy Peters? There was a winner on Saturday Night Takeaway called
Yes.
Wendy, and someone in the studio, but they shouted, "Can I borrow your potato peeler?" But they weren't which is great. Which is great. So Andy Peters was going, Wendy, Wendy, and someone in the studio like, "Can I borrow your potato peeler?" And everyone on camera, people were like, "What?" Then it really made me laugh because one of the producers listens, which is brilliant.
It's amazing. And now this is from Helen. Hi, Jordan, William and EPB. Helen here in Dublin. I'm a big fan of the show.
Yeah, sure, for things, and a big fan of the show. Sure, I am to be sure to ting. Sorry.
Saw you in Sugar Club last year and already looking forward to your next visit.
Top 5. Was that top 5 hangovers? No, that was the day after.
Yeah, that was the day, yeah.
Top 5 hangovers. 2 of them have been on tour.
Yes.
Do you
Well, there we
remember?
go.
No, it was. Because do you remember we got the train from Dublin to Belfast?
And
I
you
said,
saw the old woman out the...
hanging and washing up and I cried. I just burst out crying.
They were nice trains, actually.
She was
very
hanging and
impressed.
washing. This old lady, she was hanging and washing up. Didn't she wave and no one waved?
I think
back
she
at her?
waved.
Yeah,
and
she
you didn't
waved.
wave in time.
Yeah, that was it. She waved at the train and no one waved at her.
I wanted to write about William's rant about the increasing unavailability of tap water in restaurants. I have friends who owned Michelin star restaurants, and when they offered guests water, they always asked, still sparkling or Chateauneuf de tap? Funny. Definitely left you feeling absolutely fine about ordering the tap water. Thanks for all the belly-aching laughs. Love, Helen.
I think
I like that. Did you get the joke?
Chateauneuf. What is Chateauneuf?
Chateauneuf de Pape is a type of relatively good red wine.
Chateauneuf de Tap.
Chateauneuf de Tap.
Also, she knows people with Michelin star restaurants.
We have a very broad church of listeners.
I know. You took me to a Michelin star restaurant once.
Yes.
Yeah.
You, me, and Ben went when we were in Monaco.
Yeah.
3 big souffles. That's just what we ordered.
And the roof opened.
Yes.
It's like the Millennium Stadium at Cardiff.
Yes, the roof of the Hotel de Paris in Monaco is just like the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff.
It was genuinely, like, I often think about that, Ben, and I'm like, I didn't realise at the time how lucky we were.
I watched GoldenEye for the first time over the weekend. You know,
That's in it.
It's in there.
Yes, Ben watched GoldenEye for the first time over the weekend, and the hotel is in
Do
there.
you say tap or table water?
I say table water or filtered water.
You just, when you go to Europe and on holiday and they've got those fancy bottles, what they called the
San Pellegrino.
San Pellegrino. You always feel like you look a bit common, don't you?
What, ordering San Pellegrino?
Yeah.
No.
No, if everyone else has got it and they're looking dead nice, and you're there with tap water and a pint of Foster's, it's.
I don't think it's the tap water that's making you look a bit weird.
I'd say top tip for you, Gene Divas, right?
Yes.
If you go, oh God, have I changed, right? If you go abroad and you're going somewhere nice, right, and don't at me and don't start giving me shit, because no one loves a pint more than me.
Yes.
But if you go abroad to like a nice city, a European city, get a little demi,
I'm sorry?
a little half pint.
I see.
It looks quite cool because everyone else drinks, and a lot of places don't serve pints. So when I go to my mum and dad's in Spain, you can only really get demis out there, half pints, and it looks quite European, sophisticated. I sound like a dick, don't I?
No, you don't at all.
Little half pints, I think, look quite cool.
And is that what they call them out there?
A demi's French, innit?
Demi-tasse, half a cup. Demi-tasse, demi-more.
So, yeah. If you want to look cool, just have I got it. It just weren't that funny.
No, but I made myself laugh.
Okay. Have I changed?
No, you're not at all.
I do love I'd never order a half pint in like Burnley or. Grandma Glenys drinks half pints.
Does she?
Yeah,
Really?
she
Okay.
does.
Well, look, Gene Divas, if you've got a question or a story that isn't a dilemma or problem, this is the
fine,
place. I just thought I'd read it for a change. This is the place where we can read it out, so you can drop into our DMs on social media or send us an email to help@sextedmyboss with anything that you'd like to share.
We also love hearing back from the people we offer advice to, so if that's you, get back in touch with Producer Ben. For more Sexted news and nonsense, sign up for Producer Ben's newsletter via sextedmyboss.com.
He's the brains of the operation, according to his newsletter this week.
Oh.
Don't think I didn't notice that, Ben. I never read it. Oh, I do. It's
No,
quite.
I'm joking,
It's always
it is. I do read it. It's good. Oh, I did see your email about the
Oh
book.
yes. Okay.
I do. I'll get that for that. Right, we'll see you next week. We'll fill you in on all
Is that a promise?
on all our loads to tell you about next week.